How did you know you were in love after 3 months?
She was, first of all, the most beautiful thing I had ever seen. So I think first and foremost, I was definitely blinded by her beauty.
That's huge.
And
Okay.
second of all, she had a great personality, very friendly, very nice, very caring, very positive. Just seemed to go along with all my ideas. I met my wife while my ex-girlfriend was in rehab for drug use. And when she came out, I was married. You know, like right now I'm seeing 4 girls. And it's not because it's my fault.
Bruh. Well, that's a chore. Welcome back to the Unbiased Dating Podcast, where we explore the interesting topics of dating, relationships, and marriage. Of course, being unbiased-ish. In this episode, we will explore marriage, the age gap, attachment styles, income, drugs. Whoa, interesting on that one. And you guys, just a lot more.
CVS.
Because, prescription drugs. Cool. Sounds good. Anyways, so now to say who we all are. I'm Jay, the host.
Yeah. Co-host extraordinaire, Bryant, unfiltered as ever.
Sheesh.
And I'm Julio. I'm the guest today.
And
This is the homie.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
This is the homie.
So I want to say thank you all for coming. What's up?
No. Thank you for having us.
Dang.
Cool experience.
Or thank us for yeah. So
Bruh.
I he already introduced himself, but okay, so this is the homie, right? We met like 10 years ago, dog. And I was selling my dirt bike, and I don't know why. I was selling it to buy Harley parts. And this guy came along, and he bought my dirt bike off me, and we kind of, we talked a little then, and then, kind of like, I don't know.
We were supposed to go riding at one point, but I think it's maybe going to happen that about
10 years later.
Yeah.
So, but regardless, we became friends on Facebook. We kind of like keep up with each other, hit each other up here and there and whatnot. So, when he saw that we were doing the podcast, he's like, "Yo, I will go on there and tell my deepest, darkest secret." No, I'm kidding.
Oh, dang.
He's like,
Okay.
I'll come on and I think even though it's all dudes, I think we may have something for guys. This may
We will see.
this may reveal something for men who may be stuck in a rut or whatever what have you. Yeah.
Well, let's hop right in. So you are married, right?
I am married currently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Separated,
Okay.
but married.
Then, so you are still married,
Yes.
like as in on paper, but you're like, nah, I'm good, or what? Or how does that work out?
Yeah, I mean, I'm married to her. We still see each other. We hang out. We go out eating. I helped her start her own business. But I can't seem to let her go.
Oh,
Does she feel the same?
I would say yeah, because she's there, along the way.
Or else or she wouldn't be. Yeah, she wouldn't be coming
not
around.
be there.
But tell me this: you say separated, but separated like physically, or you guys separated living in the same house? Like, what's the story? Give us a rundown. You don't have to give us details of why.
details.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
But tell us, like, give us a little bit of a description so we know kind of what the situation is, so we can,
Well, this is a girl that I met, back 6 years ago, and I did fall in love with her, and that's why we ended up getting married. And, unfortunately, I was not able to have closure with one of my ex-girlfriends.
Oh,
And I met my wife while my ex-girlfriend was in rehab for drug use. And when she came out, I was married. So
much to her surprise.
yes, very, very sudden change. She came out and she thought I was going to be available, but I met the girl I wanted to be with, and I got married with her through my lawyer who married us. And 6 months went by, and my ex-girlfriend gets out and hits me up, let's hang out, come f me. And
that. She ready.
yeah, and You know, as much as I love my wife, I couldn't help myself but to go and say hi one last time.
One
Last time, you know.
There was still something. There was still a connection.
Yes, and
so there may be a pattern here. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
it's more like a learning lesson. Yeah, because I don't think the pattern will repeat itself, but
He's thinking
So what happened? So did the wife find out?
that's what happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, I go on and I see my ex, and you know, we do our thing, and I'm telling her how I wish I could be with both of them, and how, you know, I wish I could like introduce her to my wife, and we could all, you know, just be great and happy, right? Well, she decided to, because, you know, after I seen her and stuff, we kept texting about it, this stuff, and she decided to send her all my text messages.
Oh.
And
She wanted you to herself.
yeah, well, she thought that she was helping the situation because she sent her the text messages where I talk about us all three being a thing. And she kind of really messed it up for me. And
you messed it up for yourself. When you,
I mean,
but yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
you're right, I did mess it up by myself. I made my own conscious decision there of
Right.
seeing an ex. And, you know, my wife found out, and I confessed to her, and we continue being happily married, but things changed a little bit with the trust factors.
That makes sense.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And as that got worse, we became more, I guess you could say, toxic, to the point where she was untrusting as to what I was doing, where I was going, who I was with.
Yeah.
And from there, it became a problem because I was psychologically being, it was so much of it that I started becoming paranoid. And we slowly just started drifting apart because I just didn't want to deal with her constant attacks and insecurities.
Yeah,
And,
that's no fun. Yeah, nah.
but you know, being my own business owner and stuff, we spent so much time together the whole time we were together that I guess we built a codependency where we would go out to eat a lot. We would do everything together. And even though we're no longer happily married, we still hit up each other like, you want to go catch lunch? You want to, you know.
It's familiar, so it helps you to feel better about your situation, about whatever you may be feeling. You feel better when you're with her because there's that familiarity. So you're like, all right, let's go do things that we used to do, and that way I'm not doing it alone.
That too, and also, I guess it's similar to wanting to experience the first time we met. You know, it's wanting to go back to being in love, and me knowing that I love her deep down, but things are no longer the same.
You're chasing that dragon, but
Exactly.
you'll never be there again.
I changed her, she changed.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I would say it. Like, of course, you know, you're like, oh, I'm with you, but I was with somebody else who, you know, was in, and I'm not sure that if you actually spoke to her before you got married, that your ex was in or no? In rehab? Or no?
I wasn't able to speak to her in rehab because she was in rehab. She had no communication with the outside.
Like your wife, though.
Yeah.
Did you tell your
Well,
wife?
I never mentioned
Right.
her to my wife. What happened with me and my wife was, I met her and we got married 3 months later, man.
3 months.
I'm telling you, it was like a fairy tale kind of story. It's like,
See, he found love, my guy. Look at it.
I was in love.
See?
I really was. I was in love, man. And everywhere we would go, like, we would just stare into each other's eyes and like.
Shit, this is a love story, Brian. See?
Sounds like codependency to me. Nah.
Everyone-
I did the same thing, though. I did the same thing.
Everyone would always tell us we're a cute couple everywhere we went. Everyone was like, oh my God, are you guys together? They would, you know, we had the whole thing about our little promise ring, and then I messed it up.
So, for you, when you had that option with your ex, like what hopped up top to be like, oh, I wonder how that looks again, or I wonder how that feels.
What's the
again.
sex?
Or was it all down below, maybe, and it didn't hop up top?
Bro,
it was just
it
right
always
there.
up top. Oh, dang, shit, that'd be looking good. That might look. Oh, dang, she'd be looking awesome in those jeans, or all that kind of stuff. Us men are like, I wonder, and then shit happens.
The reason I didn't marry my ex-girlfriend was because she was not wife material.
Mm-hmm.
How so?
She liked to do dope, and she was more on the hoish side, and she was very fun. Let's put it that way.
He's laughing at that. Bruh, okay.
And there's just things that you can do with certain girls that you can't do with your wife.
No, you just have to ask.
I think if you marry the right, I think if you marry the right girl, then
Shit, you can do anything.
Well, this girl that I married, unfortunately, being the guy that I am and liking the things that I like, she did not seem to be down for that sexual side of life.
He's like, which hole you going through?
And it's like,
oh my God, you're bad, Brian.
No. I get it. I'm a freak too.
Sheesh.
Yeah, that's it's tough because you can't turn a hoe into a housewife, right? It doesn't happen.
Well, that's all good. You can have the hoe as the housewife, bro. That's on point. You be like, hey, like, oh, you that here now? Okay.
That takes a lot of discipline to wait for that girl, though. On God, I'm gonna say like the Gen Z say on God. That takes a lot of discipline.
The Gen on God. Okay, cool, awesome. Anyways.
On God, no cap, bruh. It takes a lot of discipline and it takes a lot of work on yourself to see, because in the beginning of dating, right? In the beginning of dating, everybody's putting on a front. Everybody's being the best version of themselves. They're all gonna be like, and you don't see like, there are red flags that you can kind of see in the beginning if you're trained to see them, but in reality, like, most of us don't see it till like 6 months, 9 months, a year. Like when the shit hits the fan, like when stuff gets tough, that's when you see what people are really made of, and it takes a lot of discipline to figure that stuff out and not commit, because like, it's easy to fall in love, right? It's easy to fall in love because you're like, oh, this person treats me so well. They're like, I love, the feeling I get when I'm with them. I don't want to talk to anyone else, or I don't want to, whatever. But it's not really love.
Allegedly,
because love is developed over time when we get to know somebody, right? Because in order to love somebody, you gotta know who they are and choose to love them at their worst. At my worst, in my bullshit.
Unconditional love.
Right. Hey, guys don't get unconditional love, though, for real. We won't go off. I won't go off into that tangent. I won't go off into that, though.
Bro, stop hating. So for you, how did you know you were in love after 3 months?
She was, first of all, the most beautiful thing I had ever seen. So I think first and foremost, I was definitely blinded by her beauty.
That's huge.
And
okay.
Second of all, she had a great personality, very friendly, very nice, very caring, very positive, and just seemed to go along with all my ideas. And I really, really liked that, that she was with it. And I could say I had the perfect girl, and I still do. I can still hit her up, but
but the trust is gone. So
I mean, here's what happened. Okay, so about 2 years back, we got into a little argument that ended up with the cops being called, which is the worst thing that can happen.
Oh, that stuff.
Yeah, and unfortunately, she decided to open her mouth and give a story in which apparently I was trying to break into our own apartment, and it was bad enough to where the DA decided to pick it up, the district attorney, and it cost me $15,000, just to say the least, because I had to go through a whole process, man, of hiring a lawyer, the crazy stuff, And we came out with me just being on probation and, a fine and some community service. But the point is, during that time, we actually broke up because I considered it, I lost my gun rights. Like she's messed up my life at this point a little bit, And I decided to really stop seeing her. And during that time, she decided to date someone. And that's when I decided to start dating again.
So you guys stepped out and both started seeing other people, which is, I mean, if you break up, that's normal, right?
Sheesh. So the all over small, something so small that got huge. Like, oh, you didn't do the dishes or some shit, or what?
Well, what happened was I stepped out because I was pissed because I have heart problems, and I think I was having like my arm was numb and felt tingly like needles.
Yeah.
And I was trying to tell her, and she just seemed careless. And I think I got upset at the fact that she was careless. So I stepped out to cool out. And when I stepped out, she locked the door on me. She locked the door.
Oh, and then it went, you're trying to get back inside. I'm like, bro, I almost just died. Like,
that's one of the worst things, though. I see it like as disrespect, right? Like, whether it's our house together or it's my house or whatever, like, it's disrespectful to lock me out of my own house, right? Like,
true. Oh, I've almost had that happen, but I'll just like leave. Yeah. Right.
Let me tell you guys a story, man. It got pretty crazy. I decided to go over to the side, right, and I started knocking on it, and she's pretending like she's asleep, and I tried popping the window open so I can slide and I could just crawl in.
Yep.
And I popped it out of the frame, and it fell in. And when it fell in, she freaked out. And she went on to sock me in the head.
Oh, she put hands on you.
It's no big deal. She's a lady. She's a girl. I'm a man.
No. Sorry, go ahead.
She did it, whatever. I went on. My reaction was to grab her phone, which was right here on the table, which divided the wall and the window. And when I grabbed her phone, she jumped out of the window behind me.
Get my phone back.
Yeah, she jumped out the window, which means, there's only so many reasons why she needs to be jumping out the window. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not I'm sure she was hiding things. But
G right there. That's a G.
I'm just gonna
right
leave
there.
it as this.
Shit.
She spideyed out.
Oof. She's crazy.
Sorry. That's just.
Hey, when they got something to hide, though, for real, they become ninjas. Dog. Like, for real.
Oh my, that's
she
that's
jumped out the
actually
window
pretty funny.
in her thong.
Oh, she ready? No. All right. So, how old is she? Or
she's 33.
Okay, so you're 32. Oh, older women shit? No, I'm kidding. All right. So, how old are you? I guess. Are you open the now to actually like to date or see or hook up with or all the ins and outs of?
Well,
that's about it. Yeah. I'm like.
As soon as that happened and we broke up, I still tried talking to her. One time she was just like, we can't talk no more. She's like, I'm seeing someone. And honestly, that kind of like, we were already separated, not talking, so it wasn't as hard, but it was still like very sinking, very hard to breathe. And I'm not allowed to drink. I have kidney disease. I have stage 2 kidney disease because of my high blood pressure. And I remember that same night I started going out and drinking, and for some reason I'm really great with girls when I'm drunk.
Oh shit!
I swear to God, and I had no idea. I must have, like, I'm not trying to sound like a whore or nothing, but every girl that like literally came my way, man. I would be with them and make them my friend and my girlfriend or whatever, and then like I'd be out with another one the next day, you know what I'm saying? But I would not cut none of them off. And I would never like make excuses or nothing. I would just always be like, I'm busy working, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Like, and for some reason it came to the point where, like I'm right now I'm seeing 4 girls, and it's not because it's my fault.
Bruh. Well, that's a chore.
No, it is, and it's very tiring,
That's a lot
man.
of work. It is.
Go ahead.
It's very tiring, and this last this last February 14th.
Oh, you're like, I'm gonna see you at 2:00. Seeing you at 4. I'm gonna send you in the mail. I'm gonna send something to you in the mail.
You can't be everywhere at once, man.
Mm-hmm,
you know, and it's been 2 years now since I'm seeing several girls all together, and they all have certain needs, man, that at one point you need to fulfill, and you can't fulfill them all. And it's time to, I guess, you know, you could keep them in the loop, but you know that they're getting tired, that they need more attention, that they want more than just the dating. You can only date someone for so long, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's getting to that point with some of these girls, and it's breaking my heart because I've became attached to them, and my life revolves around them and stuff.
I think this is your opportunity to learn the lesson of the hard lesson that I learned just recently in the last couple of years of just being upfront. From the get-go.
Okay.
And I mean, I'm not saying with these women that you're already seeing, right? Like, because the damage is kind of already done, or not. They may take it. You may be able to go and say, hey, look, I'm dating 2 other women, 3 other women. If you're on board, cool. If not, peace. But
look at his face right now. He's all mad.
But I've done the same thing. I've lived the same exact life, the same exact thing.
I gotta share something with you as you
Sure,
bring
sure.
that up, because it reminds me of actually how I became so great at this.
Oh shit.
No, it's true, and this might be bad if any ladies are out there listening, but I was upfront with them.
Okay.
And I told them that I was going through a divorce with my wife, which allowed me to be with multiple at the same time, because I was always with my wife.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, I was with, you know, so-and-so, so-and-so, and so-and-so. But the whole time I'm dealing with my ex-wife.
So,
And I know I wasn't fully honest, but I was halfway
This guy.
honest.
Dang.
and that's why I'm saying some ladies might be mad out there and stuff. But, you know, I was truly trying to forget who I thought was the love of my life. And this was my only exit, as bad as it sounds. And the reason I had to do it like this was because I could not get emotionally attached with one single female again coming my way. I needed multiple to just keep me distracted from emotions altogether.
So at this point, it kind of seems that you're like, I'm not. You aren't open to actually be hurt again. As in, you're like, okay, I want to see this person. All.
I feel like the hurting, it's inedible. And mainly when you see people often and you build relationships. And sometimes it might start off as a hookup, but when you're seeing them regularly, unfortunately, you always end up developing some sort of feeling or sort of something you're going to miss. You're going to miss something when they're gone.
Yeah, you get attached to them. You spend time with them. You do things with them that you get attached.
So how old are you? So how old are you open to go as an oldest?
Well, one of my girlfriends is 42. She has her own business. I'm not gonna say what kind of business she does or anything, but
Yeah, you shouldn't. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
yeah,
Nah.
she's really, really cool. You know, she knows that I'm out doing my thing, but she lets me. And I've been seeing her for 2 years now, 2.5. The other one is 35. You know, she has her own degree and her own thing. She works for an office, cool job. The other one is 27, who was actually my ex-girlfriend, who was in rehab.
The one in rehab.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you know she's still there.
Oh, you're still seeing that one? Okay, cool. Hey,
After she sent the text of, man,
the wife, you're done.
oof. You like the toxicity. You like it.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. You're like, I like all this extra stuff going on.
I know. I know that I liked it. I know I liked it. Maybe still a little bit even. But
You know, it's hard to keep up with. And then there's my wife. You know,
Your ex-wife, I think.
Who's soon to be my ex-wife, of course.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. You're like, no.
have you filed for divorce?
She says she's got the paperwork, but won't send it to me.
She's like,
She just has to file it with the court,
Yeah.
or you do. You're $495.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
So it seems, you like it like that. So,
If you're keeping them around, right? Like if you're keeping the one around that caused, I mean, not really caused, but like helped to cause what's going on. You gotta like it, or get this, maybe you're just attached. Yeah.
he's in love with all of them. Look at him.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I really think I can. I really think I can. I'm gonna be real. Like, if I could just buy them up and be like, "Yeah, check this out. Like, you guys are all my ladies, all right?
So
I love y'all equally."
So it can work, right? It can work. But are you good with them having multiple dudes too?
Ooh. Okay, so
that's the he's about to go in.
At a young age, I used to be a very jealous person, very like. But there came a point in my life where I normally don't like to share this, and I mean, I'm old enough where some of my friends know, some of them don't know, but I used to be a really jealous type. And there came a point where one time, where one of my ex-girlfriends got fucked, and
Wait,
something
like how?
turned me on, bro. Something turned me on, and I was like, "Oh my god, she's getting fucked." Because I cheated on her, you know what I'm saying? When I was younger, and she called me, and she's like, "Oh yeah, well I'm gonna go do this and that," and bro,
it turned you on,
and it turned me on, and
okay.
So you're good with it, in other words.
I'm kind of not too like, sometimes I'll be like, you got another dude you want to bring in? Like, I don't mind, like we'll tag team you right here, like.
Oh, like that? Yeah. I was like, what? She's getting like they're in the same room or by a different dude. But I
think there's a problem with guys. There's not a problem. It's perfectly okay. But see a lot of women date guys that are overprotective, jealous, insecure, and I think that kind of girls are not fully looking for that. They want someone who can be understanding, and sometimes when you're sexually open and girls can feel comfortable around that, they will tell you more about what they want or what they've done or who they've been with, instead of being so shy. Because you see, what happens is, when you're an overprotective person or a really jealous person, a girl will never open up to you and tell you everything they truly want. And they're going to go do it with the guy that they do feel comfortable with, that they're okay with. So guys cannot be jealous. Guys cannot be overprotective, because then girls will not fully feel comfortable to let themselves be who they truly are. And they're going to go be who they are sexually or whatever with someone they do feel comfortable with. So that's been my experience from that point. And that's why I feel like I'm able to keep so many of them around, because I'm understanding, I don't judge them, and I understand that they're just going through a life experience and learning themselves. And we all have certain desires, which are sexual desires. And from there, it's just things that get made up by the person who is the partner or whoever tends to be in their life. And the best thing to do really is, sexual life is individual, because we all have our own individual desires and wants. And sometimes they might correlate to your partner's, but most of the time you'll always have your own kinky to you.
Huh. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it 100%, because I understand the separation between sex and love. And it's...
Do you, though?
I do. 100%. 100%.
Girls are freaky, man. Girls are just like guys, if not worse,
Well, I would say it's easier for them to have whoever there for them, because they have what we want, right? Okay, cool. And they be on point. They be looking good, and it's like, okay, here's this real quick, and then us men, we're like, oh my god, oh wow, that looks so good, and then stuff happens, XYZ, cool, all right. So yeah, that's dang, you have 4, my guy. 4, you be busy. Yeah. So like, I would, how much I would say have you spent, I guess, over like on all of them? how much have you spent within
they're all fairly
month?
they're all
In a
fairly
month.
independent, so I don't have to ever worry about buying gifts or anything.
Hell
I
yeah.
do, as a gentleman, though, always take them out to eat and pay for food. And you know, my wife is the only one that I truly have to help every now and then with rent because she has her own business.
Okay.
My other girlfriend has her own business. The other one has a good job, and then the other one has like a boyfriend and stuff. You know, so it's not like I need to be buying them things or spending. Besides food, I gotta eat, man, and I'd rather eat with someone than eat alone.
Ooh, yeah.
None of these girls have been, you know, betrayed me or anything, but it's cool because I guess throughout time, you know, I've learned that I was told at a young age that humans are creatures of habit.
100%.
So just like you're going to miss them, they're going to miss you. So if you hang out with them a lot, you're creating a habit with them.
It's a setup. That's what it is.
So it's like a routine that you build that becomes kind of like unbreakable. It's kind of weird, you know. Not unbreakable. I mean, you could break it, but you know, we're in the loop. You know, it's rolling. It's in the loop. And sometimes another thing that I've learned throughout time is that, like, you know, like I have other girls too that like I just fuck that I don't see that much. Like take them out to dinner or anything.
Oh, it just kind of, it goes, hey,
Yeah, bro.
what's up? It's there?
Seriously.
Sheesh.
Like no BS. And some of these girls do throughout the years, because, you know, I'm 32 now, but
Throughout the years.
yeah, man, because
Plural.
since like high school.
Oh.
Because, you know, these girls will go into relationships. This is how I know so much. And then they get out of it, and then they go fuck their past fucks, you know? And which I happen to be one of them for the certain females that I've been with. And they share with you everything that they go through, though, you know? And then they disappear another year or two, and then they're like, oh, you know, I thought I was in love, you know? My bad. And then they go and share that with you, and you just learn so much from all these different girls about everything they're doing. Because I'm going to tell you something. I know that these girls are telling some other guy everything about me, just like they tell me everything about them. And they're open, man. They're going to open their mouths.
I found out why they do that too, or one reason why they do that, why they go back to an ex, because it keeps their body count low. It keeps if they break up and then they go sleep with someone they've already slept with, their number don't go up.
Okay.
It's the little trick, you know. Obviously, there's comfort with that person because they already know them. They, you know.
Yeah.
But also their number doesn't go up.
That is crazy. Right. And so I just wanted to tell everybody out there, if you're a female or a male that wants to come on the show but cannot be here in person, I'm getting stuff to do it via webcam as well. So it'd be awesome to have, you know, us here and then have people on our screen, because you can't see it right now, but I have a screen right here and we can talk.
For real?
So that's going to be sick. So yeah, hit me up on the gram. All right, what's up?
Hey, I got someone. I got like professor relationship.
Oh, you got like
the homie,
smart people.
The homie in Atlanta.
Oh, deep.
The homie in Atlanta has schooled me so much through like three breakups and, like, you know,
bro, I'm so stoked. Just
couple
to
marriages and shit. Yeah. No. So
ooh.
I'm glad. Yeah. That's good.
Soon. So
damn,
hit me up.
Oh, okay.
What's up?
We could have done that tonight. I could have had someone.
I know, easy. This is in the works, my guy.
All right.
I'm just trying to let whoever out there know, be like,
all 35 of you.
The looks fun. Dang, it's actually up now.
Is it?
Dang, for you be slacking all that.
Hey, but I watch them.
All right. So right now I will have on the screen certain things, and they haven't actually seen them, so it's cool to kind of, I guess, to learn what, you know, certain, I guess, us men will do in certain situations. So let's hop into this one right here.
Run.
Bro, he left her.
How you gonna pick her up,
bro?
For real?
Like, okay. First of all, he dipped. He said, "I see, like, I'm about to get eaten, but of course it's fake. But when stuff is there, it's like a threat, bro. He. Oh, no way.
He tried.
No. As he was about to run, he went like this to her to kind of put her first and mobbed out and said,
Hey.
"Oh, I have a girl here."
That's a smart man right there.
Oh my god!
I don't got to be the fastest runner. I just got to be faster than you.
No way. Is that how you guys like would actually act? Would be like, "Oh, bro, I'm about to get eaten right now." Like, bruh, like,
I mean, what good am I? What good am I to her if I'm dead, right? Like, in order for me to help her, I gotta survive. That's what they tell you when you're on the plane. You gotta put your mask on first, because you can't help this person next to
True.
you if you don't put your mask on first. If I don't get away, how's she gonna get away? You just gotta run faster.
bro,
I mean, girl.
he, bro, he took off and he put hands on her to like stop her practically. He mobbed out.
he pushed off on her. That was a textbook push off move.
Text.
A receiver off of a defender, right? Off a cornerback or something. You push
Bro.
off, boom, get separation. She froze.
Bro, he looked back and said, "Oh,
Oops.
I have to come back," and then he came and got her. So is that like if you're just out and about and like there's like you're about to get
You know,
eaten by
unless I
something.
was strapped, I think I'd be that guy right there just running out of there, you know?
Hey, but
Bruh.
I'm a realist, so if I see something like that, I'm gonna be like, what are you gonna do? You're some dude in a
Almost got
costume,
eaten,
homie.
bro.
You're gonna get your ass beat.
Bro, you almost got eaten.
Fuck around and find out.
Oh shit.
I'm the real dinosaur, the real carnivore here.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
Oh my
top of the food
gosh.
chain, like.
Oh my gosh. All right, so now let's actually hop into
Hey.
would you rather. What's up?
But for real though,
What's up?
My girl will be scaring me all the time. Though.
How so? Like the at home, like
yeah, like at home, like I'll
scare
be,
pranks.
Yeah, like I'll be in the shower or
Nope.
something, and she'll like, it's not even like it's not even thought out or anything. She just be like, she'll open the door really fast, and I'm like, like, I feel my heart jump and skip a beat and shit.
Oh, so you're that one who just goes.
No. I'm the one that's like,
Hiya.
yeah, I'm like, hey, you better be careful, girl. I'm like, don't ever do anything where you come up behind me or something, because
She'll try and stick her finger in your butt or what?
I'm likely to like throw an elbow or something for real. Like I gave her the warning already. So.
Yep. Oh my gosh, that's great. Oh, yeah, that is huge. All right, so let's hop into one more scare prank, and then we'll hop back into some topics. So we're gonna go to this one.
Come on, then you guys make a problem for my signature. It should be finished on time. 1 second. Hello. Listen.
Nah.
Hey. Shouldn't be here.
Shit, he's ready to run. Look at him. Run. Bro, with the crowbar. Bro, he falls. Okay, like, that happens, like, all the time. Like, you fall. Like, what the hell?
Nah, I don't fall when I'm running. Homie. I don't know about you, but I be hopping fences. I'll deal with the injuries later. Right?
You're like, it's my life at stake.
Yeah, when that adrenaline starts rushing, bro.
How about you?
I'm running, man. Hopefully I'm not falling.
Well, this
Hey, this was Family Matters. Remember that show Family Matters?
yeah.
The dad that was the cop.
Oh, shit, that's the homie. Oh my gosh. Bro, that's nuts right there. Oh my gosh. All right, so like it's weird how, you know, if you're being chased or something of that sort, you know, you get chased and you fall. Like, how does that make sense?
I think you're not coordinating. It's very unexpected, and
Okay. It just
Yeah.
go.
you lose your.
You don't even have time to think, right? Like, but it's something that you do all day, every day, one foot in front of the other.
All right. So, how you were saying at home, you get scared and stuff. What would happen if you were asleep, right? Shit, you as well. So this is for me as well, because I'd be heated if you were, asleep and bro, you have on lashes, got some mascara.
Hey, this girl could literally, she could pull it off on me because I sleep like the dead dog. Like I'm out. Like I feel nothing, hear nothing, see. Like she could pull it off, but honestly, I don't even think I'd be that mad. I've watched women. I have sisters. I've watched women put on and take off makeup for 30 years, dog. I'd walk right over to the sink, grab the little cotton pads and the little thing, and just be like,
Take it off.
Yep. Next.
Not funny, girl. Not funny.
That's a bit sketch, though. Like you're just sleeping. You have just stuff. Of course, us men, when we were younger, all of our friends would, like, if you'd fall asleep at a party,
Oh man, they're trying to dick on your face for sure.
Exactly. So it's like, I
can
don't know.
proudly say not one time. Not one time. Not never. Because guess what? Because check this out. Not because I never passed out at a party, right? My MO is to go puke and pass out in the bathroom with the door locked. So
Nobody's messing with you.
Okay, well,
so
you're smart.
I passed out on the bathroom floor. Meanwhile, nobody could use the bathroom either.
Oh, man.
So they hated me.
Oh my god.
They hated me, dog. They hated me.
Smart.
Yeah,
Dang. So let's go to would you rather. And this is topic of money.
Earn $10,000 per month or win $1 million now.
in perpetuity.
So
Earn 10,000 in perpetuity.
I'm just gonna pause that. So what? Earn 10 G's a month,
For the rest of my life.
or sure, yes.
I mean, the easy answer is 10 grand a month.
Okay.
For me.
What about you, Julio?
Same. I mean, after 20 years, that's almost 2 million. A little over 2 million, right?
I don't do math.
Well, I mean, 10,000 a month times 10 is 100 grand.
So 24 times 10, yeah. So it would be 2.4 million.
Yeah. I was gonna say 2.5, yeah, too. But
Yeah, but like with that, you have some who are like, okay, per month, and then let's just say you're driving a car and something happens and then you die and you only get like not a lot of money.
I mean, I just feel like $1 million nowadays it's not a lot, and I feel like I maybe could leverage the 10K monthly a little bit more.
Plus they're taking half of that million,
The
right?
taxes.
Not even
But
if
hey,
we didn't take that into consideration,
But my logical brain says that I already earn money that keeps me afloat, right?
Okay.
So that 10K a month is all fun money.
Okay. He's like,
I'm taking the 10K a month.
Yeah.
10K a month.
Yeah.
If you're like, okay, cool, you get that a month, but if you got stacked out real quick and just put it into the bank, and then you just over,
Make your 5% on
yeah,
it.
and then it keeps on going over. Yeah, the interest.
What is what is the interest on 1 million exactly? If we were to do the math.
They're gonna give you. You're gonna get like under 2% for that.
Oh, that's what's not even 20.
You're not gonna get
like,
the 4.6, the 5% interest rates in a savings account. Those are not for one set. Those are not for 7-figure accounts.
Okay.
Maybe there may be a couple institutions that do something like that, but for the most part, you're gonna get like 2.25, 2 3/4, maybe max. But still, that's a lot of money.
Let's say that doesn't even matter to me actually, because I know myself and I know that I'm financially irresponsible.
Oh, you like, I'm gonna go. Yeah,
I'm financial literate and I know what I'm doing, but I know if I had $1 million in my hands,
and it's just
I would go buy
extra.
myself an exotic vehicle, a dope ass house, and then I wouldn't have the money to afford none of them.
that is so true. Yeah, it's like, oh, okay, I have all this.
I'm just being honest.
Because your oil change in your car is gonna be $1,500, and you're gonna be like,
I don't got it.
I'm gonna have it only for so long, like I better enjoy it. Like, nah, it ain't gonna last that long. I think I can go through $1 million in reality in a year or two if I had it presented to me in front of me.
Oh, easy.
Yeah,
Bro,
definitely.
I could go through $1 million in one transaction.
Well, yeah, like I would say like a house and then
And they're not even nice houses.
It's a LaFerrari.
Sheesh. But with that, I would hope you're going to invest this money, right?
Yeah, but I mean, look, invested return $10,000 per month. or possible loss of $1 billion?
Okay.
What sounds smarter? A percentage that's for sure, or a 1 million that's at risk?
Yeah. Okay. I see you. Yeah. I can't really, it's hard to kind of say it because I don't have that in place because you're like, oh, I have to get this. I have to, all that kind of stuff. Because
Just think of your most wanted desires and just
Yeah,
see the money go.
I'd be broke. Like, oh, I want
100%.
to go here. I want to get a jet, and all this kind of stuff. I want to go trips and
It goes quick.
Sheesh. All right, so we're gonna hop into some Andrew Tate stuff, and let's see how accurate he is. For who he is, he can, I guess, have all that he wants up to a point, right? Just
You know who he is?
Of course,
Yeah,
Okay, all right.
of course.
I wanted to join his Ninja Warrior, whatever shit. Did you guys join him by any chance?
No.
Oh, what? I don't even hear about it.
He has, I guess, this open platform where people talk about what they do, and they kind of share their way of doing it, so other people can come up as well.
It's like some brotherhood or something. I forget what it's called, but
I think I've seen it.
I
Okay.
actually I got a book from that, but I didn't become a member, but I downloaded a book. I'll think about it.
So did you actually read the book?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I do read. I swear.
Someone read it to me actually. So, in the days where I used to commute
Oh my gosh.
4 or 6 hours a day, I would have somebody read books to me while I drove.
Dang.
Thank you very much.
That's called your phone? Sorry.
And still, yeah.
Sheesh. Okay. All right. How to get a girl, Andrew Tate.
I have a lot of guys ask me, similar to your question, a guy will come to me and go, how do I get a girl? I'm like, bro, you're a loser. Yeah, but I know, but how do I get a girl? Well, you're a fucking loser. You're a loser. Why are you asking me? It's like saying, how do I win a race with a push bike? You're racing Ferraris. What do you want me to do? Yeah. There's only so much you can do. There's only so hard you can pedal. There's only so many tricks and tips. There's only so many game things you can say, so many pickup lines. If you're a loser, it's going to be very, very difficult, and it's going to get harder and harder. The game is rigged to become harder and harder for men. It's not getting easier. It's going the other way. And if you're going to be on a racetrack and there's going to be Ferraris there, and you're going to be on a pedal bike or in a Nissan, you're going to get smoked. That's the game. You have to up yourself. You have to improve yourself. I'm not going to lie to anybody here and say you don't have to improve yourself. You can stay a loser and get chicks, because you can.
Hypergamy.
What does that mean?
I think it's psychological reasoning of like how women are always trying to level up with the person that they're kind of with or whatever. They're basically always going to go for the highest value man that they can attract.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is that how you are? As in, yeah.
I'm gonna say that, I think as far for females, like someone for Andrew Tate, he hangs around higher level clubs and higher level places where higher level females are able to get into. And I think these females are obviously looking for something bigger, like our co-host said here, Bryant. And I think for normal people like ourselves, it really comes down to just looks and attitude and how you carry yourself. Confidence. Because even though there is girls that are just looking for better things, you don't necessarily need to be extremely successful or have a lot of money to get girls. You just have to, be a little good looking, charismatic.
As long as you don't, as long as you don't mind not being Mr. Right and being Mr. Right now.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you're gonna be, kind of. But you're gonna get it.
So yeah, I would say like what that I've actually seen, for some who like are, I would say they know who they are as a person, they will get that higher.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the secret. That's the secret. I'm gonna say it's just being confident in yourself. And another thing is that the more you practice something, the better you become. So if you're trying to get out and meet girls and talk to them, the only way you're going to get good is by getting out there and talking to them. The more you practice something, the better you become at it. And
that also goes for dealing with rejection too.
Absolutely. I'm a professional salesperson. I've been doing it my whole life, and I'm very used to no's. You got to be like, I'm going to talk to 10 girls. I know 10 of them are going to tell me no, but one of them is going to say yes. So how many no's have I gotten tonight? You know?
That is key because, you know, like I would say, like how I am, I would say that I can't speak on point all the time. And when I go up to a girl when I was looking or whatever, you know, I'd be like, oh my God, I can't say this certain thing in a certain time. And I'm like, it's only me. Right. And then, you know, I will or I won't speak to that girl or whatever. And then, you know, it's like, oh my gosh, woe me. And then I meet people and I'm like, hey, you look good. You can speak perfectly fine. Awesome. And they're like, I was stuttering. I didn't know what to say. And I'm like, wait, what, how does this make sense? So I had to kind of come back and be like, oh, it's not just me. I'm not the only one being said no to, or I'm a certain way or whatever. So yeah, how you were saying, it's all, I'd say odds, but don't see it as, oh, that one is there is 1. That one's the number 8. I tried. It's just, yeah, how you're saying it.
You got to see it like a palette of colors, and you're blue, and you just got to line up with blue. That's all it is.
Like
you're going to
that.
go through different colors, and they're not going to match, but you just got to land on blue, and you just got to know if you keep going, you're eventually going to land on blue. So you can't stop.
You're not going to be everybody's cup of tea, and everybody's not going to be your cup of tea, and it's just, that's just how it is. Like, and if you can understand that and understand that it's not necessarily about you, right? Like if, like you were saying, how somebody who understands themselves, somebody who loves themselves, respects themselves, somebody who knows themselves, right? Knows, okay, this person that I was talking to is not interested in me, so I'm not interested in them either. And I'm gonna be good,
bro. But what happens if it's like the one? Hold on, easy. You're like, oh my God, she's gorgeous. I've seen her here and there or whatever, and you're like, she's the one for me. And then you're like, hey, how's it going? She's like, nope, I'm not interested. So are you kind of like, my life's over, or are you like, oh, she didn't say no, it's just she's not interested right now? How would you kind of see that?
Neither. I'm of the mindset that I haven't determined that she's the one yet, because I haven't spoken a word to her, and she could be gorgeous. She could be a hard 10 and be ugly as F on the inside.
Okay.
So the outer, you know, that's the first part of that. The second part of that is that I don't know this person. She could be, you know, we could live different lifestyles. She could want something different. She could want kids. And if somebody at this point in my life, even if you know, whatever, she's, you know, I'm into her, we're both attracted to each other, and she goes, well, I want kids in my life. That's a you know, that's a deal breaker.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, peace out, because I'm done.
Yo, no, but like she's gorgeous. You're like, oh my God,
she's for someone else,
and she's got stacks too.
Hey, she's for the homie,
bro.
She's for the homie.
Oh, she's for the homie.
Hey, pass her to the homie, dog. You know, like
I was gonna say, I've had experience with that, and first, you cannot offend a buyer. So whoever's for you will show you the same attraction that you have for them, will show them back. Like the way you stare at them, they're gonna stare at you back, man. And it's like Brian said here, like, you know, I dated this one girl who I thought was my dream girl, who I thought that was the most beautiful, gorgeous thing ever. And bro, she was a bitch. Yeah. She was so mean.
Same.
Oh. She was just a bad girl all around. And you know, even though I found her the most gorgeous thing that I could stare at all day, all night, and I was just obsessed with her looks. You can only handle that for so long, man, before you're just like, I can't handle you anymore. You know, you're so beautiful, but as a person, you are not compatible. And sometimes, you know, that's the hardest thing in relationships. Sometimes I think for guys is that we're looking for beauty always, but beauty doesn't always come the way we think it's going to be. Beauty sometimes comes with a very high price.
It's what's in here, though. It's the beauty in here that matters. Oh, man. Yeah.
And I think that's once you mature a little more and you truly get past the maybe dating someone beautiful. Maybe once you've experienced that. Like sometimes people want the things they can have, and once they've had them, they realize that that's not what they want, or they realize that they learned something in the process of having that, or they have a deeper understanding now. Sometimes we see someone with the Ferrari. We see Brian here with the Ferrari, and we're like, God damn, that must be cool as f***. to drive a Ferrari.
Yeah.
And then I get my own Ferrari, and I'm like, fuck, it's not that cool. You know, the tires are this expensive, the mileage, like extorting it, like scratching it, like, you know, like, oh my God, like, it's not that cool, actually. You know, sometimes you have an illusion when you see something compared to having it.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, yeah.
Man, I'll admit it. This girl broke me, dog.
Oh.
Like, over and over and over. And even in, like, close to my current self, right? Like, confident, like,
They broke Bryant.
Yeah, she broke me. And it was all because I believed she was different than she was. And she showed me over and over and over who she truly was. But there was that, oh my God, she is a hard 10.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, I was like, this is not really her. This isn't her. Like, she's not this person. I made excuses for her behavior and allowed her to come back and back and back. And it I screwed myself every time. And so eventually I developed some self-respect and stopped going back to her, stopped letting her back in. I'm like, no, stay outside.
Can I share something with that? Back to that. It's crazy because, you know, each person brings out a different personality out of us. And believe it or not, that this girl that you want her to be a certain way will be a certain way. That exact same way you picture her, but for the right person.
Yeah, with someone else. Yeah,
so
100%.
that's why you have to know. This is very important to not do that to yourself, because you know that that's not the way things are supposed to be. They're never supposed to be like that.
Right.
Once every single person you come across, if they act a certain way with you, they're not that same way with someone else. Believe it or not, everyone brings something different out of everyone. It's just natural. It's natural.
It's funny you say that because, well, first and foremost, she's now, I don't know about currently, but like last I had heard, she's now getting the same treatment. Anyways, she deserves it. It's kind of the same thing with attachment styles. We were talking before we started about attachment styles, and you bringing that up reminded me that with this same person, right, with their ex, they were the same attachment as I was with her, and so the attachment styles, you know, they're not, it's not linear. It can change with someone else, like, you know, with someone different. Like, say, you know, I was anxiously attached with this girl, and then with someone else, I could be completely avoidant or secure. And it's important to, you know, to learn that about yourself, obviously, and then get to know someone if you want to commit to them. You know, if it's someone you want to commit to and give time out of your life to them, you should get to know them and figure out, you know, their attachment style, and they should figure it out too. So you don't end up in that push pull, because it ends up being a runner chaser kind of thing, and it's like it satisfies this like your inner child to perform that, and you get stuck in it.
I think so little people nowadays find love that we want to not be alone. So we decide to partner up with people who don't fully fit us to just not be alone. And unfortunately, it has created this whole idea of how we think relationships need to be. But in reality, love is easy. Does it feel like you would love someone? Is someone loving you the way you would love them? Because truly deep down, I think we all want love. And we know how to love, and we know what we would do. And when you're in a relationship, you just got to ask yourself, is your partner doing and treating you the way you're treating them back if you truly love them? And that's all that is.
I disagree with that statement. Only because of the way it's worded. I think that it's more so, am I doing what I need to do to make them feel loved the way they need to, or how they make me feel loved? Because if I'm focusing on what they're doing, it's already too late. I gotta give what I want. I gotta give them what I want back.
Well, what I mean is, the feeling, just the feeling itself, does it feel, genuine when it comes back,
Right.
like what they're doing, their actions.
Like you're putting in more effort, or they're putting in more effort.
Exactly.
Like
When I fell in love with my wife, the one I married, like I said, we would both stare into each other's eyes. We would both like open the doors for each other. We would both like, it was mutual and it was the same back and forth. There was no more like I needed to go out of my way to show her love. Like she wanted to, like she would have probably got on her knee and asked me to marry me, the way I got on my knee. And that's what I'm trying to say, that is very hard to come across. And I think that's why sometimes we settle for an idea or wanting things to develop a certain way that we want things to be. And I think that's why ultimately it leads a lot of people to just having an understanding of individualism and respecting each other's differences. And that takes away, believe it or not, from, I think, the being not in love, but when you're sprung.
In lust.
When you're
Lust,
sprung, yeah.
Yep.
Because you have now a deeper understanding for that person. And it's different.
It definitely is different. It's easy to fall into the trap of feeling because just that feelings are they're intense. But we gotta use our big brains, our meat eater brains, right? And go, okay, this is just how we feel. This is our body's. This is our physiological and psychological responses to get us to procreate, because that's what our that's what our instinct is in our lizard brain, or whatever you want to call it. But we've got to be smarter about it and not fall into the trap of like, oh yeah, this is love, before we know who a person is, and before we know everything about them. We need to know not only how they are on their best days, but how they are on their worst days. And are we going to be able to handle that? And are they going to be able to handle us? Because that's part of that's part of any relationship.
Yeah.
It's true.
And with that, I would say it's more nowadays. You have somewhere like, ooh, I don't want to deal with that. And they mob out. And you're like, bro, but that was like 8 right there. 8. And then 9, you're like, oh, bro, you need to just chill out and relax. But it is what it is for some people who don't know how to handle their emotions. Yay, we're human, emotional.
It's hard. Yeah, it's difficult because
not anymore.
Emotions can be extreme. Yeah, I mean, when you've gone through it, right? When you've dealt with it and you come out the other side and you're like, oh, okay, I know I can deal with this. It's like with anything. It's like you walk a tightrope. The first time you're like, I'm gonna fall. When you get it, when you do it, after that, it's like, okay, I got this. So at almost 40, there's not much that shakes me, and especially when it comes with women, I'm like, all right, cool.
Who's next?
Not even who's next, but like, all right, where did it go wrong? What was my part in it?
Okay.
And do I want do I want to continue looking? Do I want to just sit around? Do I want to do something to improve myself? Because that's more important.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah.
I think with the social media and everything that's happening very slowly, I think this might be all a plan of something bigger. Because when we think about like love and we think about relationships and couples, we forget that that's where family comes from. That's where the deepest ties come from. That's where creating a family comes from. And I think as we move more forward into the future with all the breakups and people just having kids with different people, they're separating us more on the family section, because
who's
it's no
they
longer
though?
Us, ourselves, with the things sometimes we create without knowing how it's going to affect the overall anything, because back in the day, things like this were taken very sacred, very serious. And, when you really think about it, I guess they should, because that's your brother, that's your sister, that's us.
Yeah.
And I think we've gotten to a point, I'm guilty as can be, of maybe forgetting about these core values that end up shaping your family and your future life and everything that ties everything together.
Yeah, that's
It's crazy to
huge.
even just forget about that, you know? Like, you do respect that. That's your family. Like, this is your family. This person you're choosing. It's like your brother, your sister now. You know what I'm saying? Like, your
Yeah.
wife is now an extension of your creation, of your future, of your whatever you're leaving, whatever you're teaching, whatever it's going to be. This is it. And if you don't focus on building something that can be passed down and down, it's being separated. It's not there. And that's just a subject that just came off topic, you know. That
Dang,
I was just
he
thinking
be
about right now.
spitting bars on here. Shit, he be on a mic. No, I was kidding. So how about we hop into, I guess, how your ex, she hit you, like the assault, like. So first, let's hop into this right here, and then we'll kind of come into it, because yeah, that's the no on each of our sides to put hands on and others.
Are you gonna walk out?
No, I want you to touch me. Okay. I'm waiting on
That's
you
not
to
gonna
touch
happen.
me.
Wow.
You just said you're gonna physically put me out, right?
No one's gonna.
So touch
No one's
me.
gonna physically touch you.
What's your name? Fresh and Fit. Go ahead, put me out.
Yeah.
Put me
Catch
out.
me
Yeah. So she
outside.
stepped on
How
my
about
foot. She did it again.
Oh, what?
That's a toe.
What?
That was tough as nails, man.
What?
Yeah. She assaulted me. So yeah, go and send the police. She assaulted me on camera.
First
And
of all,
he's snitching. He's snitching.
first of all, shit, those hurt. Those
What kind of pants is my guy wearing? Are these yoga? Does he have the same
Easy
pants as
on
her?
him.
This guy's wearing yoga pants too. He's on the phone with the cops and he's snitching on her as she stomps on his foot. Like, how much did that really hurt? Really?
bro, those hurt.
I bet.
Are you kidding me?
I know
he's
foot
in like
stomps-
flops, bro.
I know foot stomps hurt, but like from someone that's like weighs like 80 pounds, like
Bro, it was her heel full force, my guy. Okay, but yeah, okay. First of all, it was his toes too. Snapped him, bro.
Okay, so
Bruh.
there was this video, right? I told you I'd tell you this. There was this video when I was in high school, right? I don't know, probably junior, senior, and the homie in the neighborhood, he was an adult, but like whatever, you know, like we kicked it, whatever. He was cool. He was cool with us. We smoked weed, you know, all that. Anyways,
Allegedly.
this fool was from. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Okay,
it was
good.
pretty. Yeah, I was there. So, anyways, this fool's from Philly, right? He's from Philly, and he's in LA, right? And I don't know how he found it. I don't know if it was someone he knew, whatever. But he's showing us this video. This was like, I don't even know if it was on YouTube. It might have been on something else. Like it was
This is
like
before YouTube in 05. So yeah.
No, we're talking. Yeah. We're talking like 2001, 2002,
So
right?
yeah, it's before YouTube.
Yeah, before YouTube. But this one shows us this video, right? And it starts out. It's just it's a guy, and you can hear a Jamaican accent, and it's like a street in Philly, and there's like a car parked next to next to the sidewalk, whatever, and there's these three girls, and they just start going off on this other guy that's not that he's also in the shot. He's a big dude, probably 6'2", 6'3", 200 something pounds, right? They start going off, and all you hear the entire video, right, other than these girls kind of screaming and this guy kind of yelling at him or whatever, all you hear is, "They whiling on Jason, man. They whiling on Jason. Hey, they whiling on Jason." And you see this guy, these girls are just going off. They're like taking their shoes off, smacking it, hit him.
Oh, they're
using
actually
their purses. Yeah, they're like
they're hitting him.
They are trying to mess him up. Like
For what?
we don't know.
Okay.
It starts off we don't know.
Bruh.
But Jason eventually has too much, right?
Oh.
Jason eventually is like, enough. Y'all, you're attacking me. I got to defend myself. Jason grabs one girl by the hair.
No.
Jason's got one girl by the hair, right? And he's like kind of swinging her around, but like she's standing, right? Like,
Yeah.
But he's got her by the hair, so she ain't going nowhere. And then he starts like, getting the other girls off of him. He boom, throws an elbow, throws a kick.
Sheesh.
Excuse me. At the end of this, right? The girl he's got by the hair, he goes boom and knees her. Jason had enough. They were whiling on Jason, and Jason had enough. And it was that video. I've been looking for that video for like 10 years to show. I want to show people all the time, like, yo, all right, yeah, we're not supposed to hit a woman, but like, at what point does it become too much? Like, do we defend ourselves, right? Like
when you got a bloody lip, or
like the
bloody
homeboys,
nose.
like the homeboys weren't jumping in, right? Like there was clearly at least one friend that was videoing, right?
Yeah.
And he wasn't gonna,
this is content. This
and
is
he
content.
wasn't gonna jump in. It wasn't. There was no such thing as content at that time even yet. But he's not jumping in, right? Because he's like, all right, these girls, we're not gonna hit them. We're not gonna mess with whatever. But at some point, homeboy had to defend himself. So, but yeah, that video. If anybody could find it,
Scotty, and
shoot it to me at the _real_BDS or pscbryant@gmail.com, or
he's putting everything out there.
Or send it to the podcast. If anyone knows about that video, they whiling on Jason, man. If anybody can find it or knows that video, get it to me. I want to show it. I want to show the world for real,
bro. It's wild.
It was all
crazy.
Right.
So on your opinion on to put hands on a lady
in this instance right here. No.
Oh, here? Okay.
In this
on the screen.
instance,
okay.
In this instance right here, this fool's snitching. This fool's snitching. This fool, all you got to do is walk away, dog.
Yeah.
All you got to do is walk away.
What about you, Julio?
I agree with this situation. I would have just gave her a light push. That would have sent her 10 feet back and walked out.
Yeah, but like, what happens if you're like you were so like upset, so mad, you're like, okay, then you shoved her. She fell. She hits her head, and that's assault on you.
No. Like I don't think like I would let myself get to the point of getting out of control. I'll just give her a light, like back up and leave.
Let me correct you real quick. Her falling and hitting her head is not assault. You touching her is assault.
Yeah, but
in any way that means any kind of harm or any kind of anything that's not wanted by her.
Okay. Yeah, but
that's where the assault starts.
Yeah. Yeah, but like,
so you got to be real careful. Hey, you got to be smart.
Yeah.
Okay. You got to keep your cool. You gotta be real careful about what you say and what you do after this kind of thing happens, because it can get real grimy real fast.
It's best to do nothing, man, to be honest. I'm taking domestic abuse classes. I'm on my 30th one.
Hell yeah.
52.
Good job. Hell yeah. That's tight.
Bet.
But like, okay, like at what point do they, I guess they ask for it? Hit me, come on. Are you that person? Like,
I think there does come a point for a man to defend himself against a female, and once it becomes like actual bodily harm.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking like
shit, he got his foot stomped. He's probably got snapped toes from that.
I know, but I mean, unless I'm bleeding like severely, like serious, like, and my life is in danger, like seriously, like, I think I would just run away, like get away from that,
So then, for you, what he was saying about being hit by like your,
if I was Jason,
like the street, yeah,
I'd be wilding.
Yeah.
I'd be wilding.
Yeah,
I'd be elbowing, kicking, defending myself.
Dang. So for me, I hold.
It's because it comes most situations when a girl tries to fight, it's just gonna be simple. They're either gonna try to like go off on you swinging, where you could just detain them and hold them, unless she truly is bigger than you.
Yeah,
or she's gonna slap you one time really hard.
Shit, I don't like getting slapped. The hell?
Like,
Shit,
that's what I've experienced from females attacking. Like they're gonna rush you, or they're gonna give you one mean slap.
Yeah, but like, so
you obviously have never been stabbed.
Oh shit! You know what, dude?
Full, that's different.
That's next level shit right there, dude. See, if I would
you're stoked about
if
that?
I get stabbed,
no, I'm not stoked about that.
If someone's gonna try to stab me, I think that's where I slap. I like slap her as hard as I can, backhand her. Like, someone stabs me, I'm sorry.
I didn't believe it was going to happen.
I'm sorry.
Get stabbed first,
like,
and
stabbed
then slap her?
in my arm. I'm stabbed in my arm, stabbed in my anywhere. If someone tries stabbing me, like, and they actually stab me, I'm backhanding her.
You have to keep your cool.
Shit,
you have
that's
to
an assault with
you have to.
No,
you have
bro,
to.
that's self-defense.
You have to understand that they are operating on emotion in that moment, and that
You're getting
and,
stabbed,
and
bro.
you got it.
I'm okay with getting rushed and getting slapped, but once they stab you,
Like you said though, you're gonna get stabbed in the arm. You're gonna get stabbed, like they're not gonna hit something major because you are aware.
bro, I'm backhanding them.
No, hold on. There are some who are like, okay,
right. Don't believe it's gonna happen.
yeah, and then and then you're like, and then you die, bro. I don't got time for that shit. Like, I don't got time.
You don't got time for today.
No, to be like, oh, that person has a knife, a shoe, or a shoe.
Shoot, I don't care, man. I'm letting the shoe slide, you know? Even a bat.
So, again, here's my argument to that is that if somebody is presenting a knife or a gun, I'm not taking it lightly ever. So I'm not going. Hey, stab me. Like, no, I'm going. Okay, she's in a heightened emotional state. She's got a knife. I understand she's probably going to use it. And I'm assuming she's going to use it. So I'm going to defend myself as best I can. I'm not going to go.
Hopefully,
here, stab me. Like,
do it. You won't do it. It's like,
nope.
Why?
Don't
even.
Honestly, I could just feel the rush running through me. The moment I see myself cut, I don't think I'd be able to hold myself back at that point. Just the fact that you've been injured to a point like that, bro. It's like it's very serious, you know. Regardless of the emotion, feeling like they're cutting into you, like anywhere they're cutting into you. Like that's how I see that.
Because if you get like something like hurt, like super deep, you have to go to the hospital. I would right, and then they're like, oh. What happened? Oh, I fell. Like, bro. They're like, no, you were. Yeah.
It happened.
Oh my god, well, that's a setup.
My boy was wasted. We were, I don't know, we were probably like 18, 19, 20, somewhere around there.
Oh, so this is
young adults,
back in the day.
Young adults, yeah, wasted. And he didn't want to wake up he lived with his grandparents at the time. He didn't want to wake up his grandparents coming home late. And they had a 50 or 51 Bel Air parked in the driveway, and it had wing windows. And he was trying to pop. The doors were all locked, so he couldn't. He was trying to sleep in the car. Right, the doors were all locked, so he tried to pry open one of the wing windows, and
it broke.
No, yeah, and the knife went right into his eye.
His eyeball.
Lost his eye. Yeah, he lost his eye.
Bro, I don't see.
Yeah. It happens. So you got to be
true.
You got to be really careful. But things like that can happen, you know?
All right. So our last topic, possibly. So let's talk about drugs. At what point are you open to date somebody who's on drugs? Either if you're like, oh, hey, I want to go do it with you, or you're like, okay, you don't know it's happening.
Drugs are bad. Don't do them.
Don't do drugs. It's just dumb. Sorry.
Don't. I would not date someone that's a habitual drug user, like an addict, first of all. And I think drugs just come into play mainly, say during sex or during, hang out times or special events.
Recreational use, right?
Exactly.
So what holds you there as in like, okay, you don't have to do it. Like what holds you back from not being an addict?
The fact that my teeth, my job, my everything, bro. I mean, when you
look at the effects.
When you do serious drugs, you're gonna be up for 48 hours. Like seriously, you're not gonna go to bed. You're gonna be up, and people that continue doing that are people that need to function. When I decide to do anything, I know that I'm not working for 2-3 days. I know that I'm like, that's it. Like, I'll do it one time and I'll let the drug take its effect for however long, and that's it, bro. I'll do it again in 2-3 months whenever it comes up, for a special event, and
sheesh.
That's that.
That's good that you have that ability, right? You're what they call a normie, a normal person who can use substances in small amounts and not not need them or not end up hooked. Yeah. I have a rocky history with drugs, but there are certain, like, there's one particular drug that I cannot touch, and I know it, and it's been 21 years.
That's awesome.
It'll be 22 on October 20th, but that I know that if I were to even just one little, whatever hit or whatever you want to call it, and it'd be right back to the streets, the bullshit that came with it.
Tina, bro?
Yeah, the bullshit that came with it. That's what they
Shit,
call
he
it.
knows. Look at him.
We just used to call it shit, like it was called shit. And but I've learned over the years with dangerous experimentation, even things that I had never done before, that I can take it or leave it, and so a little bit of MDMA here and there, you go to a rave or whatever. So, psilocybin. I mean, we're finding out now that psilocybin has serious beneficial, psychological benefits, especially for people with like PTSD and anxiety. And then ketamine has some too. I don't know if I necessarily agree with ketamine. I've never done it, but I've heard that I understand what happens from it. So I don't necessarily know if I agree with that one yet, but I've felt like psychedelics were beneficial. First time I ever took acid, I was 15, and it opened my mind to a completely different world. And I credit not all of, but I give psychedelics a lot of credit for the both like maturity and mental capacity that I have today. It helped. It definitely helped with they say it kills the ego when you go on a trip. It kills the ego, and what better way to fill more space in your head with positive things than to kill off the ego.
Yeah.
Understanding.
Yeah, I would say for me, all because I like where I am here. Mm-hmm. I have been high, like up here as I'm like, this is so smooth. Oh my God. Like I was tripping. I'm
That's
like,
what she said.
Yep. No, so, that I was like, I don't like being up here, being like, whoa, dang. It just went click, right? So for me, I go, nah, right? But, of course, I won't go to like hard stuff because I've heard if you do too much, you die. And I'm like, bro, I don't got, no, they'll all be because of a small hit because they're like, oh, okay, cool. Hey, if you're out there and you want to do it, I'd say the not to, because of extra can happen. Mm-hmm. I'm like, why?
So I had a government job for over 5 years, and I had randoms, so I didn't do anything. Wow. I drank here and there, but I'm not a big drinker. Alcohol doesn't do a lot for me, but yeah, I didn't. There's times in my life where I've gone over 5 years.
Oh, that's a long time,
just
dude.
because. But I'll go. There's also times where there's been times where I smoked for like 9-10 years in a row, and had a huge tolerance,
That is going to end it up.
Thanks for coming.
And of course, like, subscribe, and all that kind of stuff. And ding! I would say, love is a journey, and we're just here on that ride.
And I wanted to add to that. Not only is it a journey, we're all at different stages of that journey, and it's important to be understanding and tolerant, and like even with our partner, like it applies to the person that we are with or want to be with, that we have to understand that they're in a different place in their journey too. So yeah,
that's the last word.
Go love people. Everybody love everybody.